Hey, so this is going to be the next video on dividing fractions. This is all about having fractions that's going to be doing a division operation. Division of fractions, let's just call it that. And how this is, I find this kind of interesting because when you divide by fraction, if you divide by a regular proper fraction where it's smaller than 1, your original number actually increases in size. It's actually bigger than what you started. To give you an example is that if we were to start off with the number 20 and say divide that 20 by say 2, split that into 2, you know that the answer is 10, right? 20 divided by 2 is 10. But if we were to change that 2 and instead of having 2, we're going to divide it by 1/2, a number that's smaller than 1. The answer is actually going to be 40, a lot bigger than 10. And it's a lot bigger than what you started off with. So you can see that when you're dividing by a number that's 1 or greater, you will get a smaller number as your answer. But if you divide by a number that is smaller than 1, your final answer actually turns bigger. If you don't believe me, you can always try. Divide by a third, a fifth, a fourth. Anytime you divide something that is smaller than 1, your original number actually gets bigger. How we write that in fraction terms or in the operation terms is that how you want to do division is pretty neat. Is that if you divide by, say we start off with 20 again and we divide by 1/2, what you do is that you're going to take the second one and you're going to flip it or change the reciprocal. So reciprocal, which means that you're just basically going to flip. Well, I'll just make an exclamation mark here. Exclamation mark. Flip this fraction and invert it to 2 over 1. And then in addition to that, now you're going to change this division sign to multiply. All your first number is still the same, so it's going to be 20 times 2. So you can see that the answer is 40. So going back from the last slide, your final answer actually got bigger than the original. So this is all you really have to know about dividing fractions, is that you need to flip and then change your sign to multiply. So let's try another one. So if we were to have, say, 3 over 5 divided by, say, 6 over 4. Now we don't have a whole number. We have just a bunch of fractions. What you want to do is that you want to change this by flipping it. So we're going to flip. So 4 will go into your numerator, 6 will go into your bottom. So basically you're just kind of flipping this upside down, and then you're going to change this division sign into multiply. This stays the same, so it's just going to be 3 over 5, and now you have a multiplication question. So you're going to multiply across. So 3 times 4 is 12, 5 times 6 is 30. And that's your answer. Now, of course, you can reduce this to, I think, 6 over 15. That's all the answer for division. All you have to know for division is flip and change the multiplication sign. Let's try another one with maybe a negative sign. So let's go negative 6 over 8 divided by another negative 5 over 3. So when you see a division question, just flip the second one. Your negative sign will still stay the same place, so you don't have to flip the negative sign. So this becomes negative 3 over 5. This changed into multiply. This stays the same, so negative 6 over 8. So since this is a multiplication question, same rules apply. You multiply and cross. Even though you have negative signs, you know that negative times a negative is a positive. 6 times 3 is 18. And then 8 times 5 is going to be over 40. And you can reduce this to, I think, 9 over 20. And I think that's it. So this is your reduced simplified form. So for dividing fractions, don't forget to flip. And then don't forget to change to a multiplication. And after that, it's just like any multiplication signs. And that's all. Okay, so this is just your dividing fraction question. And thanks for watching.